Hello everybody, Iain Robson here with another Courseplay tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to use the manure transporter mode for Courseplay. Alright, let's hop into our New Holland. So, I have the Abbey nurse tanker right here, and I'm currently at the refill point. So what you do is you start your course right at the refill point, and you want to make sure you drive forward 2 eggs as per usual. There's 1 egg, and there's 2 eggs. So that always is helpful to have the 2 egg rule, people call it. And the idea behind that is just to be safe, is what it really boils down to. So what you do is you drive forward, you set your, let's say you set your waiting point right there, and then you continue driving forward. So basically that wait point is where you want to overload your slurry into your liquid slurry tanker. That's basically what the overload point, that's what the waiting point is there for. Now I did have a little bit of trouble with this particular nurse tanker. It seems like it's a bit finicky working with Courseplay. It does work. I actually had to reset the nurse tanker in order to get it to work properly, but it does work. Alright, so we're back at the starting point right here. So stop the course, put it in manure transporter mode, and then let it do its thing. So what's going to happen is it's going to get to the refill point, which is right there. It's going to fill up to 100%. And then it'll go to the waiting point, and then it should stick its arm out so you can refill the tanker right there. So it's gonna wait. We're gonna wait till it reaches 100%, and then we're gonna work from there. All right, 94, 95, 100%. Okay, so now what it's going to do is going to drive forward. Like I said, it's going to drive to the 2 eggs, like so. And then it is going to go to the waiting point. Now what's supposed to happen is once it gets to the waiting point, it should theoretically stick out its arm and wait there to refill the slurry tanker. So it's at the waiting point right here. So as you can see, the arm is coming up and it's sticking out right there on the right hand side. Now, in order for me to get that to work properly, I had to reset this Abbey nurse tanker. So keep that in mind. It doesn't always work as nicely as I would like. So, to get this to work the way you want it to. So this guy is currently empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a course, and I'm going to start the course, let's say, right here. So I'm going to start the course, and now I have 2 eggs right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my waiting point right here. So as you can see, because this is running on Courseplay, it's currently refilling this guy right now. So what's going to happen is once this guy is full, or empty I should say, and this guy is full, this guy is either going to wait here if he's empty, or he's going to continue on. If he's empty, he's going to continue on. If this guy fills up, he's just going to wait there probably. So I set the wait point right there. So this is basically your refilling course. So normally you would refill at the slurry pit, but in this case we're refilling at the nurse tanker basically. So there you go. He's almost at 100%. And I believe they're the same size. I'm not 100% on that, but we're going to find out in a second. So this is 97, 98, 99, 100. So this guy is empty now. He's going to drive forward. So let's follow the New Holland. So he should drive forward, and he should go back to his refill point, right where it started, and should fill up there and then return to the waiting point. So remember, that is the manure transporter, and sometimes if this arm moves, and if you move the arm by accident or something, you will probably have to reset it or set it back to the original position it's supposed to be in, which is, as you can see, right down in the little host right there. So now he's refilling, so he's going to go back to where he just was. So let's go back to the JCB. So I'm going to continue recording the course with the JCB. So I'm going to drive forward like so, and I'm going to set that as my endpoint. So I'm going to call this, I don't know, fill slurry ab. I think it's EY. Is it EY? Let's check quickly here. It doesn't matter. I can't check it. Can't rotate the screen. Oh, it is EY. Okay, good. So that's fill slurry abby. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to set up a course for the actual manure spreading. All right. So we have. So here comes our New Holland, and he's full again. And technically, what should happen is he should stop at his waiting point, and he should stick his arm out again. So there, the arm's up, going up, sticking out. So he's going to wait there, or he should wait there. Oops. So he's going to wait there, as you can see, and he's going to wait for the JCB to come around and fill up the JCB, basically. All right. So I'm going to load up the field markers for this field that we're on right now. So here's the field outline right here. And I'm going to set it to fertilization mode, and I'm going to set this guy to 14.5 meters because I know this particular slurry tanker is a 15-meter slurry tanker. So I'm going to set it to 14.5, so there's a little bit of overlap, just like that. And if I look on my map, I'm in the southwest corner. I want to head north. Do I want to do a headland? No. Generate course. So now that's the course just to fertilize the field. And what I want to do is have that course loaded first and then add it to this course right here. So essentially, when it goes into the Abbey Manure nurse tanker, that is basically the fill course. So here we go. So this guy is going to go and do his thing, and he should unload the amount of, he should get rid of the manure pretty quickly. If memory serves. Well, it's not too bad, actually. So that is the slurry. So what should happen is, once he's empty, he should come back to the end point. Actually, it's going to be a problem. So he is actually going to run into... so what's going to happen probably is, because I didn't set it up properly, he's going to go to the end point, which is way, way over there. And then he's going to go to the first point, which is over here. So he's probably going to collide with the New Holland. So what we're going to do is stop the driver and reset the course. So this is one of the situations where, by knowing how the system works, it can really help. So I'm going to load up the field outline once again, and I'm going to set it to so he does return to the first point. So the first point is going to be in this corner right here. So that means he's going to go to the first point and then go to the starting of the course, which is, or the fill course, which is over on this side. So I'm going to generate that course and going to return. Add it to the fill slurry. So I set the fertilization course first, and then I added the course for filling it up. So he's going to do his thing again. And what should happen this time is, because I set it so he returns to the first point, is that he will go back to the first point up here. And that's important because if I didn't do that, he would have run right into the New Holland right there. So he's at 59%. So it shouldn't take too long for this guy to unload the rest of this slurry. And actually, this particular tractor is a bit too powerful for, well, not too powerful, but overpowered, I'll say, for this particular slurry tanker, but it'll get the job done. Alright, so this is him doing his fertilization. So he's at 46%. And what should happen is, once he finishes, he'll return to the fill course. Let's just say he's done. Okay, so if I set the drive now, no, that's not going to work. So sometimes what happens, if you hit the drive now, he'll return to the first point, but in this case it's not going to work that way because of just the way the course is set up. So because it's just another course doing there as opposed to going straight to the slurry pit, I think that's the reason why it didn't work in that scenario. So he's down to 21%. And of course, so in this case, we're going to run into another problem here because I have my JCB going, heading north and south on this particular field. So I'm going to set him down, heading down south here. And so probably what would be a better idea is, instead of having the New Holland right here, to set him along the line on here, because that would mean that I won't run into any problems. But in this case, I just set him on his way. So what I did is I just changed, instead of running into this New Holland, I just continue. I set him up so he went on the next line, or the next pass. All right, so here he goes to the first point, and then he's going to go over here to the other point. So now he's going to turn around, and he's going to go to the point over here. He's going to go to the waiting point right here. And as you can see, oh, that's cool. I didn't even realize it did that. So it's actually I didn't know it did that. It actually lifted up the little cap on the back, and this tractor is unloading into the JCB. So once the JCB is done, he's going to go up here to where I finished this course right here, and then he's going to return to his point. Now, this is where, so because I did it at the top of the field here, I run into a lot of problems. In this scenario, it would have been a lot better to put it along the side over here, on the east or west side of the field, as opposed to the north side. So we're on the south side, of the field, and the problem is, because I have them set going north and south, the problem is that I put the New Holland right here as the put it here to unload. So the New Holland's full and the JCB is full, so the JCB is going to drive away. And in this case, actually, I guess it doesn't really make a difference. So the New Holland, or JCB, is going to go right here, and then he's going to return to his initial, or the last point he stopped off at, which is down here somewhere. As you can see, he's lining up. And then he's going to turn on his slurry. He's going to continue on his way until he finishes the whole field. So there you have it. That is how you use the manure transporter mode, specifically with the Abbey manure spreader combo. So it does work. If you wanted to use that with a semi, you could do exactly the same thing with a semi. The only difference is you would have to put the Abbey manure spreader, or liquid manure spreader, much closer to the semi trailer, because there's no arm that comes out of it. Not with with most of them there isn't an arm that comes out of it. Anyways, that is how you use the manure transporter mode, specifically with the Abbey manure transporting system. It does work with a semi truck, but the difference is you'll have to put the waiting point much closer to the I guess the trailer that you're using, I guess is what it boils down to. Alright, so that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. That was the manure transporting mode, specifically with the Abbey system. So I'm going to go ahead and call it there, and that's it for today, folks. I'll catch you guys later.